Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here with Elfino in Matoya's cave. Let's see what he has to say. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Philomin. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Laura, after all you have done, I would say you have earned a rest. Nice. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we're here at the Chamber of the Commander? I'm not sure.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Uh-oh.
Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Alright, well, let's go to Falcon's Nest. Alright, we're here with Lucia. The Lord Commander said you would come, Laura. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons' Labor Day and night to see it finished on schedule. Oh, Labor Day and night to see it finished on schedule. So Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think you will be pleased with the result. It was not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling, but you must be tired from your journey. Go rest, I will not keep you. I mean, it took me like 2 seconds to get here, but no, whatever. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artyrel and Emmanellain, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Alrighty. It's red-walled. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Arda, and fear not, I've no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. That is true. That would be very awkward. Not gonna lie. A low-born youth. You know, when everything's set to begin, I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter too, he's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it, by the fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Ah, well, we do too. Pretty exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to the reconciliation comes as a great relief. Hey, Artyrel. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. And here I am, laboring to make it so. Lord Artyrel, if I may. Certainly, First Commander, how may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Sir Emmerich's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. It would not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were Lord of House Rotom's present. I understand completely, let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emmanellain while I am away? As you know, he has never been an impulsive, changeable he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge. Unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. I am literally the warrior of light, and now I'm babysitting a teenager? Once more a favor. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern as it were. Oh, I see now. Arterel thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers. Yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, oh no, yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. There, those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come, Honora. I must return to my rounds. If we do that, we're not really watching him, are we? Oh dear, do be careful, my lady. Okay, let me go check this out. Alright, so we're back with Emmanellain. I had to slay some wolves. Lura Arda, Wolf's Bane. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds, that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you, you know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever that. Bankert, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Let me go. Right, we made it to Fancred. Fancy meeting you here, Laura. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest then and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Seriously, just so this I went there. I have to go all the way back again. Like, as if he wouldn't have come back by himself. Oh, okay, I'll go to Falcon's Nest. Okay, so after countless back and forths, we're back in Falcon's Nest. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes, if I ever saw them, comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests? On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. Yay. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Arterel wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of these barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Laura. I will join you anon. Nice. Let's have some food. Damn. The one dude in the corner already had enough.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. afraid food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You were right, my friend. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it.
What the? Did she just drug me?
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
That's not cool.
This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Hellone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future, my flesh and blood, my heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin. All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Falcon's nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
That's exactly why it's so hard to to end war. Because people just, I don't know. I mean, it's not like anyone is coming back from this. It's just that more people are gonna die, so, you know, make it make sense.
No. I will not let that happen.
Oh?
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
That's the thing, like, what chances do they have against dragons, you know?
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping. Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her! Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward.
Yeah, you fucked it up pretty bad.
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord. I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
I mean, to be fair, he just said he should stop her. I mean, that would have also been just grab her, you know, detain her or something. Not, like, kill her. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the first commander and Lord Arterwell are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with the messenger, who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanellain has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Okay. Yeah. Let me figure out where those people are. Alright, so the first person, the spirited stonecutter. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Well, that's something. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Got a point there. Yeah, let's look where... Oh. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The corrosions tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Oops. I mean, it's a tricky thing, you know. Well, what say you? So the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? I guess Lord Arturel and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanellain, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Let's see. Alright, let's see what they have to say. Probably nothing good. My apologies, Laura. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Emmanellain ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still, more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Convergents are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protests, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them then, I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Laura, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emmanellain, you're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person, is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, au revoir. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I've not seen him for some time. Au revoir? I could have sworn he was. Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna look for him. Well, I guess someone was taking a nap, or got attacked or something.
Au revoir! No, no! What have they done to you? Au revoir! Au revoir!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Au revoir?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Think.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
That was satisfying.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Well, Emmanellain is a little bitch. Let's say it how it is. He's annoying as hell. Does anyone like him? At least at this point. Maybe he turns not that shit, but right now he's actually annoying as hell. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... Yeah, but he's... annoying. That's what it is. We finally got a new weapon, nice. Alright, but I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, please leave a like if you like what you see. And obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thank you so much and bye-bye.